Doug Schweitzer, the Justice Minister, has said that he is looking at swift action and legislative changes to address activist protesters who enter into workplaces. So that would affect Alberta farms, but it would also affect pipeline projects, drilling rigs, tank farms, construction projects. But that just addresses trespassing issues, which we already have laws to deal with. Yeah. We need to address the foreign funding aspect of this and how money flows to these activist groups who then commit crime. It's part really of an organized crime network, and the government has yet to look at it that way.
Yeah, well, let me answer a few things. I appreciate the news about these crime town halls, but a town hall has two purposes. One is to let people vent, which is a good thing, because the NDP didn't listen to folks in rural parts at all. But the second is it's sort of a brainstormy kind of thing where people give their advice. I don't think there's a mystery of what the problem is, and I don't think there's a mystery of what the solution is. You say there may be a new law about interfering with someone's workplace. Okay, that's interesting, but as you also point out, and as I've mentioned to you before, we already have laws against trespass, mischief, break and enter, robbery, extortion, animal cruelty, possession of stolen property, traffic violations even, health violations. I can think of 6 different sections of our criminal code that could apply to this farm invasion, and that's just the criminal code. There's also civil lawsuits that could be taken. Granted, that probably wouldn't happen from the government, but there are already at least 6 ways you could sue these and prosecute these trespassers. You don't need a new law. Like, I'm open-minded to a new law. Kirsty Noem, the governor of South Dakota, brought in a law against riot boosting. That's someone who funds and foments a riot. I don't think this would be called a riot, but sure, yeah, bring that in. And we'll get that, sometime in the year 2020, if that were to be proposed now. We need a prosecution right away. I don't know if Doug Schweitzer's up for it, because frankly, I don't think he culturally gives a damn about Hutterite farmers. I think, frankly, his own ideological history shows that he's more on the side of the animal rights leftists than he is the property rights farmers. I could be wrong. I hope to be proven wrong. But what I know about Doug Schweitzer is he's about as conservative as Justin Trudeau is.
Yeah, and he has yet to address the problem with the RCMP involved in all of this. And I think, like you, I'm pretty pro-cop. I'm not often a fan of the cops' bosses, but I'm pretty pro-cop. They tend to be, just like everybody else. They don't like crime. I don't like crime. But the problem with this farm invasion was that the cops were there for at least 6 hours, and they told the Hutterites that they were just going to tire these protesters out, which meant that the Hutterite farm lost half a day of work working around these people. There were 5 to 6 officers on site. They could have arrested these people. They also could still arrest them. That still hasn't happened. And that's Doug Schweitzer's problem.
Yeah, exactly right.
There needs to be a cultural change here with how we're dealing with protesters. And like you say, this is a test case. Throw the book at these people, overcharge them if you have to, and also direct the police to enforce the law and not treat these farm invasions like it's a daycare nap time.
That's an excerpt from the Ezra Levant show. Every day I do a video monologue, and then I interview an interesting guest, and then I end by reading my hate mail. But you've got to subscribe to it, which you can do at therebel.media/shows.